Do you want to make your English sound more advanced quickly? Well, today we're going to test your knowledge with 10 advanced British words that will boost your English quickly and simply. But interestingly, most of the words on this list are not long multi-syllable words, but rather shorter words that learners just often overlook. Now, what I want to know is, are you overlooking them as well? Let's find out. Hello everybody, my name is Roy Woodhouse and I'm a British English teacher with nearly 15 years of experience. Now, I've taught in some of the most prestigious schools in London and Cambridge, and today I'm here to help you elevate your English with some words that, even native speakers love to use. So if you're ready to sound more advanced with some pretty short words, let's jump in. First up, we have wit. Now, wit refers specifically to a sharp, clever humour. It's about intelligent humour that's often seen in British conversations. Now, if somebody makes quick, intelligent jokes, you could say that that person has great wit. So, for example, his wit had everyone laughing at the dinner party. Think that you can use this one in a sentence? Try it out and see how witty you can be. But as I said, wit refers specifically to intelligent, quick humour. Next up, we have a phrasal verb, and it is to eke something out. So the pronunciation of that first word is eke, to eke something out. And it basically refers to preserving something as long as you can because you only have a small amount of something. So you're using it slowly or carefully, being very sort of cautious when using what you have because you don't have that much of it. Now, a good example would be food. We had to eke out the food as we didn't have much left. Could you use the phrasal verb eke out? Let me know in the comments. Wane means to gradually decrease or fade away. You might say his enthusiasm began to wane as the day went on. That basically means he got less enthusiastic as time went on. So wane, as I said, means to gradually decrease or fade away. My enthusiasm is waning. Actually, it's not. I love doing what I do, but it's a great example. And this word is a simple yet advanced way to describe something that is losing strength or is decreasing. Her interest in the subject began to wane over time. Can you think of something that's waning in your life? Lofty describes something that is tall or grand, but it can often be used to talk about big ambitions or dreams or ideas. For example, she has lofty goals for her future. So when we're talking about somebody's ambitions or goals or their dreams, we can use lofty to mean big, grand. It's a great word for talking about things that you set high, both literally and figuratively. But like I say, we quite often use it figuratively. He had lofty dreams of becoming a world-renowned chef. In other words, he had big dreams. Do you have any lofty goals? Try using it in a sentence and let me know in the comments below so far which ones of these words have been new for you. Glimpse means to see something quickly or briefly, and it is a noun. We normally use it as a noun. For example, I caught a glimpse of the singer before she disappeared backstage. In other words, I saw for a short, quick period of time the singer. It was a quick glimpse. And we often use it with the verb to catch a glimpse. Oh, I just caught a glimpse of the singer. It's a wonderful word to use when you're describing something very quick, a very quick sighting of something. Often people will say, I caught a glimpse of the monster. So obviously in the UK, we have something called the Loch Ness Monster. And every so often somebody says, I think I caught a glimpse of the Loch Ness Monster. So you didn't get a proper long look. It was a very short, quick look. To shun someone or something means to deliberately avoid them. It's a really strong word, and it's often used when somebody is being ignored or rejected. So it's like a deliberate ignoring of somebody. So for example, he was shunned by his colleagues after the argument. In other words, after the argument, his colleagues didn't talk to him. To shun somebody is basically to exclude them and to ignore them. And it is not a nice word, but it is certainly not a nice action. Have you ever felt like you've been shunned? It is a powerful way to describe exclusion. In British English, reckon is often used to mean think or believe, and it's commonly heard in conversations. So, for example, I reckon it'll rain this afternoon. And it's a really simple but quintessentially British way to express what you think. I reckon we'll be there by lunchtime. In other words, I think or believe. And it's quite informal, which is why I said it's commonly used in conversations. So reckon means think or believe. Stark describes something that is clear and often quite harsh. So you could say there's a stark difference between the two candidates. So, for example, if two people are applying for a job and you look at one and you look at the other, you could say there is a stark difference between the two. In other words, one of them is obviously a lot better. It's a great word for emphasizing contrasts or sharp differences. Stark. Grit refers to toughness and determination. Now, if somebody shows true perseverance in difficult times, you could say they're showing grit or they have grit. For example, she showed grit during the marathon. In other words, she was really determined to finish. That perseverance. We often use it in the phrase grit and determination. So, for example, his grit and determination helped him overcome every challenge. Hinge is used when something depends on a key factor. So, if you say that something relies on another thing to work, we say that thing hinges on the other. So the outcome of the election will hinge on the final speech. In other words, two political candidates will talk and maybe the final speeches will be the thing that decides the election. The election, the result of the election will hinge on the final speeches. It's a strong word to describe something that is crucial. The success of the plan hinges on everyone's cooperation. So how did you do? Were any of these words new for you? Like I said, they're pretty short words, but they are advanced and they're often overlooked. Let me know, did you overlook any of them and will you start using them? Test yourself by using one of these words in a sentence today and let me know in the comments below which one was your favourite. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips to sound truly advanced in British English. I'll see you in the next class. Bye!